Tell us your name and tell us why you have the St. Jude's Children's Hospital behind you.
My name is Eitan Zorski. I am 16 years old, and I am a proud member of the St. Jude Leadership Society.
And so, to be a member of the St. Jude's Society is a very prestigious thing. And so, when it comes to you doing that, please tell us what your story is and why this is so important to you.
It's very important to me because when in seventh grade, one of my best friends died from a brain tumor, and it really affected me. I after it happened, I really wanted to do something to help honor her memory, and uh when I heard about St. Jude, I tried to find a way to help them, and now I'm like trying to raise money to help to make sure no children dies from cancer.
And so, let's start at the very beginning. Talk to us about St. Jude's and the history of St. Jude's.
So St. Jude was started in 1962 by a American actor and comedian named Danny Thomas. Pediatric cancer is the leading cause of death and disease in the among U.S. children 14 and younger. And approximately 16,000 teens in the US are diagnosed with cancer a year. And in most other countries, one out of five children who develop cancer survive. And around the world, around 400,000 children get cancer. And St. Jude makes sure that no family who has a child who is diagnosed with cancer pays for housing, treatment, food, or anything that they really need for the child, a parent, and a different family member.
And so, when we watch the television and
Hmm.
we see St. Jude's come on there and they have very empathetic commercials, and we can only try to feel for the families of what they're going through. One of the things that we look at is that the children are always smiling and they're always trying to be as upbeat as they can, but they're facing a lifelong battle. And so when we do that, we seem to get very emotional because we
Hmm.
see families and we see children, and those children are children. They have not yet had a chance to live their life, right?
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, the thing is with St. Jude, when they first started the hospital in 1962, uh 20% of the children who got cancer in the US uh survived, and now it's gone all the way up to 80%. Really making a big difference in all these children's lives.
And so, how old are you now?
I am currently 16 years old.
And so, this that affected you years ago,
Hmm.
talk to us about some of the struggles that you, not as a family member, but
Hmm.
as a dear friend, that you lost your dear friend, right? Talk to
Yeah.
us about some of the struggles and things like that that you had to go through.
So originally, it was very hard to process it, but once I started to process it, I still have not really gotten over it. I helped build a garden at our elementary school to help honor her,
Hmm.
and it still gets me very emotional when I talk about her.
And so I know that you've been in communication with her family.
Yes.
And so when a parent loses a child, they say there is nothing that is harder. And so when it comes to what you're doing to honor your friend, it's really an amazing thing. Does it make you
Hmm.
feel proud?
It makes me feel proud, and it's I'm trying to honor her as well as making sure that no one has to go through what I went through or what her family went through.
And so when we look at that and St. Jude, so now you've taken that, what you personally have felt, right? And
Hmm.
some of the struggles that you've gone through. And so now you're trying to raise money, okay? So
Hmm.
talk to us. I mean, you're a young man,
Hmm.
but you've taken this personal mission to now want to honor your friend, and by doing it with the St. Jude's. Talk to us about that.
I so I want to honor her through St. Jude, and I feel like since St. Jude makes sure no family has to pay for cancer, approximately 90% of children with cancer live in low or middle income countries, and like I really like believe that like everything that they do is like helps, and like they share all the research that they do with everyone throughout the entire world, because uh their goal is to make sure no child dies from cancer anywhere in the entire world.
And what do you hope to accomplish? You know, like do you want to raise money? Do you want to be an ambassador for the St. Jude's? You know, I mean, your whole life is ahead of you. What would you like to accomplish?
I want to accomplish I want to raise as much money as I possibly can to make sure that St. Jude gets as much money as they possibly can, because since they don't get any income, I need to try to raise money so that they can continue to do research and continue to treat children so that no child dies from cancer. And I just want to continue helping with that entire journey throughout my entire life.
And so St. Jude's mission statement. It's
Hmm.
very important. And so when they ask for money for support, it's not going to stuff the pockets. It's going for childhood cancer. And I love how you say, which is their one of their things, that they don't the parents don't have to pay for the housing, right?
Hmm.
Talk to us a little bit about that, because that's really important, and that's one of the things why someone would want to donate to you and to donate to St. Jude, because you're not making anything off of this. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. They pay for food, travel, housing, treatment, and like it's for three people: the child, a parent, and another family member. They're making sure that anyone who really wants to be there for that child can be there, and that the child gets everything that they need, and the family gets everything that they need, so that they can keep supporting the child throughout the entire cancer experience.
And so the thing is this, that this is very expensive. Doctors are very expensive. Hospital stays are very expensive. And so for a family to now have to make the choice between feeding their other children or finding a place to live or to help their sick child, St. Jude really takes that worry away. And so it's really important.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. They take the worry away because they make sure that all the food that like they need is like they don't have to pay for it. They can make sure that their child who is sick is cared for by like some of the best doctors in the world, because uh even though the money's helping the children and their families while also funding more research so that the percentage of children that survive from cancer continues to go up.
So let's get a little bit emotional for a moment.
Yeah.
T- t- Talk to me about the last time that you saw your friend, and what that meant to you, and how it's impacted you to this day.
Uh, well, the last time I saw her, was mostly through a picture. But like before that, it was like, like virtual school because this was all during COVID, so I couldn't really see her in person at all. But like last time I like actually talked to her, she seemed so full of life. And like I did see her in person at like the start of sixth grade, but that was 2019, so right before COVID started. And when I was going into seventh grade, like all the school stuff, like everything was virtual. Like nothing was in person. It was very, very, very hard.
And so you had to deal with that as a young man, obviously the
Mhm.
COVID and things like that, and then with the loss of your friend. And so talk to us about when it comes to the raising of the money, what you plan on doing. I understand that if you reach a certain goal, you get to go somewhere. You get to go somewhere with your mother. Talk to us about the positivity if you raise your goal.
So I do want to reach my goal, but and like because if I reach my goal, me and my mentor, my mom, fly out to the St. Jude headquarters in Memphis, Tennessee. But that's not exactly what I care about the most. I care about trying to get as much money as I possibly can, and as I want them to donate to me, that will send it to St. Jude. I just want donations to go to St. Jude for like a long course of time so that like they can make sure that no child will die from cancer forever in any country in the entire world.
And so this has been a journey with you and your brother and your mom that hasn't been easy all the time, right? So sometimes it's very emotional, and you and you get a little bit teary eyed and stuff like that, right?
It's it's very hard to like talk about my friend because like it's really hard to like try to think about it and everything.
Uh huh.
And I really want to try to make sure no one has to go through what I'm going through, what her family is going through, because I know it must have been extremely hard for her family.
Yeah, and that emotional part is something that we never want anyone to go through, just like you said. And so, as a young man who's starting your adult life, to be able to want to have this mission is something that's really important, and it's something that I'm sure everyone in your life is very proud of you, even though you might not be able to see it. It takes a lot of guts to get on the TV and tell people what you feel and stuff like that. How does it make you feel now?
It makes me feel good. It makes me like I'm trying to like make sure that no one has to go through what specifically her name is Victoria. I want to make sure no one has to go through what her family went through. Uh like like she was her parents' only child, and I that must have killed them. And I don't want that to go through any. I don't want anyone to ever have to go through that.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. You know what I mean? And that's why you doing what you're doing is really wonderful. You know, you can see it in your face that this is very important to you, that you want to do this, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
mhm.
I'm just trying to make sure that no one has to go through what like anything that has to do with this.
And so when we talk about your friend Victoria,
Hmm.
um, the emotional part of having your friend not be in your life now, do you do things in your life and say that I'm doing this on behalf of her, or something of that nature?
Yeah, I do, and like it really makes you realize how short life is, and that she never really even got to live it. She didn't live past middle school. She didn't get to go to high school. It's very emotional, and like I'm living my life for her.
Yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
really. I think The best part about it is that it's really wonderful,
Hmm.
and so it's something that will give you um, a clearer head in your life, and it's going to be really wonderful. Um, let's talk about some final thoughts. Let's
Hmm.
talk about the fact of what do you plan on accomplishing in the next couple of years when it comes to St. Jude's, as you're going to be going to college and these type of things, and you want to continue this. Is that still your plan?
Yes, so after this year, after I try to raise the amount of money that I can, I want to become a peer mentor for other kids and also continue to raise money every single year to continue helping St. Jude, even when I'm in college and even after I graduate from college. No matter what I will do, I want to make sure I'm helping people, helping children. I just want to help people and make sure that everything works out the best that it can.
So we appreciate you taking the time this morning and spending time with us.
Hmm.
On behalf of your friend Victoria, I want you to know that you're a very courageous young man,
Hmm.
and that it's really wonderful what you're doing. And so I'm sure that her parents and your mom and your brother and your other family members are extremely your other family members are extremely proud of you, just
Hmm.
as I am. And
Hmm.
it's really really wonderful. So I want you to know that we're all behind you, and we should have more people on this planet that are like you, that are as young
Hmm.
as you are, that have a clear path. And so let's give you the final thought. Tell us your final thought.
Thank you so much for all of that, and I just want to remind everyone that St. Jude helps any child with cancer, and they make sure that no one has to pay anything. And thank you everyone who is watching this, and I hope all of you support my journey.
Thank you very much for spending time with us, and we'll talk to you very soon.